My brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, I hope you guys are having a good day so far today. I literally thought about this video a few days ago and I was like, bruh, this is a great topic. I personally think this is a great topic because it's funny, but at the same time it's real, fam. And, quite a couple of times already this generation, we've found ourselves in the situation of being finessed by the gaming industry. So what this video is gonna be about is the top 5 biggest game Bruh, I think this topic is so good. Top 5 biggest video game finesses so far this generation. Now, just in case you don't know the term of the way I'm using finesse is a game finesse is something like when you had high expectations for a game, right? And then bam, you go out and buy that game day one only to find out that it's not what you expected. The game is trash and stuff like that, but you got finessed by all of the hype and all of the previous gameplays they put out. Right. So, this is going to be top 5 biggest game finesses so far this generation, because this generation is not over. I'm sure we're going to get finessed a couple of more times. It's terrible, but you are. So, this is not, the end of all these game finesses out there. That's why, I think people are so, hesitant to go out and buy a game day one. Because suckers ain't trying to get finesse out of $60, okay? So, top 5 biggest game finesses. Let's get this junk rolling. Number 5, Mighty Number 9. I'm not sure if y'all remember this game. I'm not sure if y'all remember Mighty Number 9 or not, but just in case you don't, let me refresh your memory, okay? So, Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be, the return of the classic Mega Man style genre-based games. Now, growing up, I played Mega Man growing up, but I never really was a diehard fan of the franchise, but a lot of people were, and that's what Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be, the return of the classic Mega Man style games, because Capcom is out here being stupid and don't realize they got so many games that they can bring back and reintroduce, but these suckers be like, nah fam, catch this remaster. But that's what Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be, the return of those Mega Man style games. So this game, I think it was first revealed at a conference in 2013, and then later they launched a Kickstarter campaign for this game. Now, in 2 days, this game reached over $900,000 pledged towards this game's Kickstarter, towards the creation of this game. A lot of people got on board. A lot of people was like, son, this junk looks freaking amazing. I would love, a modern style version of Mega Man. So a lot of people got on board. A lot of people was like, yo, take my money, sucker, throw my money. That's why I don't really do Kickstarter campaigns like that, because you don't know what the outcome of this truck gonna be like. But suckers was tossing money, right? The funding later reached over $2 million, okay? And then later after that reached over $4 million. Mighty Number 9 had a very successful campaign. So it later exceeded over $4 million something plus dollars. A lot of people was tossing their money at this game. Yes, I want it, I want to see more, I want to see more. Because the more you pledge towards the game, the more rewards that you were promised, when the game came out. So Mighty Number 9, I think it was supposed to come out on all platforms. PS4, Xbox One, PC, heck, even that Wii U. So it was going to release on everything. So this game was getting a lot of attention. The Kickstarter campaign that they launched was a freaking huge success. When this game launched, suckers was like, This ain't what I paid for. So after the multiple delays that followed this game, when the game finally did come out for all the people that backed it on Kickstarter, the release was not that good. You know, people were receiving broken codes. The codes were not working. It was saying, invalid, sucker. You ain't paid for this game. You know, the amount of money that people pledged towards this game for, you know, the rewards that they wanted, they didn't get those rewards, or there were, like, issues, you know, with miscommunication of getting those rewards, whatever. You know, the gameplay was average, if you could say that. A lot of people were disappointed in the gameplay. It looked like the graphics got downgraded. People were saying, this is not what I saw when you first shown off this game. Why does this game look like this? You know, so there were a whole bunch of issues that took place with Mighty Number 9. It wasn't just the delays. When the game finally did come out, even more issues, you know, were brought up. So for whatever reason, Mighty Number 9 didn't end up, you know, how most people were hoping for. It left to a lot of people being disappointed. A lot of people feeling like they got swindled out of their money. And for a game to, you know, reach over $4 million from, you know, just fans of your idea of what you're trying to do, and to end up how it did end up, that's pretty much one of the biggest finesses this generation, bro. So to all the people that backed this game on Kickstarter, I send my condolences to you, fam. Number 4. Destiny. You goddamn right. You goddamn right, sucker. I'm still holding what Bungie did to us over y'all heads, sucker. Now, whether you want to admit it or not, at one point we were all on that Destiny hype train. We were all riding that Destiny cock, and we were ready for this game to come out, because you have to remember, Destiny came out in 2014. This was still like around the time to where PS4 and Xbox One were still the new kids on the street, and they were trying to spread their wings and find their way. So it was dry, dude. Like, it was so dry in these next gen streets. So we were looking for that next game to, you know, keep our attention, you know, for a good amount of time. And Destiny looked like it was going to not only be that game, but it was going to change shooters, you know, with its MMO/RPG like, you know, aspects about it. So Destiny had a lot of hype around it, bro. That you want to talk about that hype being over 9,000? My God, dude. Everybody couldn't wait for Destiny because we all thought it was going to be that next big game, you know. So Destiny, the way they marketed this game is brilliant, dude, because all those Destiny commercials you seen, you know, and the way people were talking about Destiny, the closed and open betas that they had to show you just enough of the game and have you wanting more without showing the underlying issues that would be in the game. I gotta sit back and give these suckers a round of applause, bro. The way they marketed Destiny, you thought that you truly thought this junk was going to be the next big thing, bro. Bam, fast forward, Destiny comes out. We're all like, oh my gosh, this is the only game I need. Everyone's getting Destiny. Oh my gosh, dude, add me. We're going to be playing Destiny co-op, bro. It's going to be such an amazing time. Yeah, I know, right? You know, so we were all hyped. The game comes out, and then we start to see what's really going on here. It seemed like content was taken out of the game because that story, I don't care how big of a fan you are. I don't care how big of a fan you are of Destiny. Let's not sit up here and act like with the vanilla version of Destiny, that story was garbage, fam. Like, literally one of the lines in the game was, I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. My nigga, what? What, bro? So, oh my God, bro. It is funny because I'm literally like replaying all this junk in my head. So, the story was trash. The mission design was trash. Like, Destiny kind of suffered from the same thing that something like Mafia 3 suffered from. The mission design was very repetitive in the game. Like, it was always like Ghost saying to you, hold on. I have to unlock this, defeat all of these enemies that's coming, and you would have to take on waves after wave, of the fallen or whatever they were freaking called. You just felt the lack of content in that game. Like, hold on, man, something ain't right here. Something just feels like something was taken out of the game, and like something ain't adding up to what this game is offering me right now, and then that's when people, started to look into it, and like you seen like hidden plane. But that's terrible. But suckers looked into it, and like people were finding locked planets away, that were later supposed to be provided as DLC. So it appeared that Bungie, Activision, whoever, they actually took out content in the game, that may have made the story experience that much better to later provide as DLC to pay for. The vanilla version of Destiny had a lot of things. It felt like a lot of things were missing in the game. You're like, what the freak? What happened here? Like, this game was supposed to be the next big thing, but it seemed like that's what they did to do, to later provide to you as DLC. Now, again, today's Destiny, I hear, is completely different. The story makes sense now. The gameplay is much better, has way more content in the game. The online is better. But there's an issue when, in order to get the game that you were expecting day one, you have to pay more money to get that game. So what Activision, what Bungie did with Destiny will never be forgotten. And even though I am I can't say I'm hyped for Destiny 2, hopefully I'm hoping that whoever was behind this freaking elaborate scheme that they did with Destiny, I don't know, I'm thinking it was more so, I don't know if Activision was the one that was really calling the shots. Whoever it was, I'm just hoping that they learned from what they did with the first Destiny, and with Destiny 2, the game that we all wanted with Destiny, I guess, of how it is like today, is the game we get day one when Destiny 2 comes out. Because I'm not completely shunning aside Destiny, I'm never playing this franchise again. But hopefully they learn from the mistakes that they did with the first one, and when Destiny 2 comes out, they get it right on launch day more quickly. So number 4, they finessed the freak out of us with Destiny. Number 3, and I wasn't gonna put this on the list because I mean, but again, it's the top 5 biggest game finesses so far. So I'm sure we'll get finessed in the future and stuff like that. But this is really all I could think of, because I was trying to think of all of the times I was really this gen and this game popped up. So number 3. And I would actually, this is in no particular order, but number 3 is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, Call of Duty has been a long-running franchise. Call of Duty, whether you love or hate this game, Call of Duty has seen a long share of success, and it's still seeing it. If you like Call of Duty, if you hate Call of Duty is still a franchise that is going and is actually relevant, dude. It's still doing big numbers. It might not be doing the same numbers it used to do, but Call of Duty is still out here doing its thing. Fans made it known and had their voice heard that, hey, we want this franchise to return to boots on the ground. What does Infinity Ward do? Say, let's do the opposite. Literally. That's pretty much what they did. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is probably arguably the most futuristic Call of Duty yet. Sucker, you in space, you got freaking you got jetpacks, you got all this different stuff, you got freaking robot dogs chasing you. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, when you hear that your fans want boots on the ground Call of Duty, you don't put out Infinite Warfare. A big reason of why people were buying this game is because of not really Infinite Warfare, a game that came with it, and you couldn't get this game unless you bought Infinite Warfare. So they literally said, "Okay, you guys want boots on the ground that bad? Okay, got you. We gonna re-release a game that came out like in what, over a decade ago, sucker. We in 27, god dang, 10 years ago Call of Duty 4 came out? My god." So let's release a game that came out a decade ago, and then, you know, push that game. If you want boots on the ground that bad, pay up. That's pretty much what they did. That's pretty much what they did. I'm not saying it's a bad game, you know, because I'm sure some people actually enjoy Infinite Warfare, and if you do, that's fine. But let's not sit up here and act like what Infinity War did, what Infinity War did to pretty much force your hand into buying this game to get the game that you truly wanted to play. Let's not act like these suckers is angels right now. That was a finesse. So that's why I had to put Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on this list, just because of what they did with that, and that's why it's number 3 for me. Now, I don't know how long you guys have been watching me. I don't know how long you've been subscribed to this channel. I don't know if you guys were around on this channel during the times of the MCC debacle, the Master Chief Collection. Now, I know a lot of people that, well, not a lot, but some people that watch me today, you know, they label me as a Sony pony, you know, as, you know, someone that deep throats Sony, you know, and I ride that Sony cock, you know, and all that stuff. Pretty much the way, you know, the way gamers are today, you cannot have a preference of a console. If you prefer one console, you're automatically a fanboy. You know, you can't have a preference no more. This game was supposed to be, and I still say this till this very day, despite what happened, the Master Chief Collection, if this junk worked 100% the way it was supposed to work day one, there is no collection, there is no remaster that can deal with the Master Chief Collection. You're talking about Halo 1 through 4. 4 is trash. But Halo 1 through 3, the pinnacle, the peak days, the prime days of Halo. You're talking about Halo 1 through 4 with, in my opinion, the best Halo ever. Halo 2 being completely remade from the ground up, including all of the stories and the online for all of the Halos. Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. All on one disc, only on Xbox One. I was like, I remember when they I think it wasn't it at 2014 E3 during Microsoft's conference? I remember because there were rumors about it. I was like, they ain't gonna do that junk. When they showed that junk at E3 2014, I damn near lost my mind. And I made up my mind at that very moment, sucker. I don't care what these suckers do. I don't care if they don't have no exclusives. I have to buy this junk because the Master Chief Collection, I'ma say it again, if that junk worked the way it was supposed to work, there is no collection, I think, that can, you know, that would have had that would have meant that much to a platform like the Master Chief Collection. Game comes out, people are excited as freak, dude. That was a system seller. Like, even though it wasn't a new game, Halo, bruh, I don't think people today realize how big Halo used to be. I don't know how long you guys have been playing games, but Halo is not treated, you know, the same way. And like now when people hear Halo, they're just like, oh, yeah, cool. That's Halo. But nah, Halo back in the day, Halo was Halo, dude. So Master Chief Collection comes out, bam, I get it. People are excited. People are like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be playing this junk like on a freaking daily. I could go back to my favorite Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, you know. Junk comes out. I don't know if there's any game that was as broken That's a Master Chief Collection day one. I don't know, because I remember the release date of Battlefield 4, but it didn't take that long. Bruh, the Master Chief Collection is still in some ways broken today. What made it even worse is 343. So they put out MCC. What makes it worse is at the time Halo 5 is being worked on. So people are like, yo, like, can y'all hurry up and fix this game before 5 comes out? Because, like, I really want to play this game. What 343 does is, so they put out MCC, make all the money that they can off of MCC based on all the freaking false hopes that we had of what this collection was going to be, you know, and now they're working on Halo 5. So Halo 5 comes out, and then they try to just, you know, make us forget about MCC. Like, yeah, that was cool and all, but now here you have Halo 5. So they literally, like, just slowly but surely, in a way, made you forget about the Master Chief Collection and what went down with that, and just said, okay, now here's the new Halo. Here is our Halo. And it was just a messy situation. It was terrible. Suckers got bro. I bought an Xbox One for that. That junk still stings till this very day. It still stings, bro. So that is hands down one of the biggest finesses that I've personally been in the situation of. That was pretty bad. It was pretty bad at the time. So that's why number 2 for me is the Master Chief Collection. Last but not least, I don't think no one is going to be surprised by this game. This was a game that released not too long ago, last year, and I'm so glad I bought this game. But a lot of people did, you know, and Sean Murray is still somewhere hiding in his bunker, like, like, hey, sucker, I made my money. Peace out, fam. Number 1 is No Man's Sky, dude. I still remember before this game came out, literally you could like critique this game and have questions about the game, and the No Man's Sky fanboys will immediately just be like, no, like, you're wrong. Like, people were defending this game hard before it got released. And when the game was first, I think it was revealed at I think it was the VGX Awards 2013. But when it first got revealed, the biggest reason why a lot of, you know, people were interested in this game was just based on how vast and how big the world was. Like, it truly looked like a game that would never end. Like, freaking over 18, what they said, 18 quintillion planets. I don't even know what that number I don't even know what that number looks like, but that was the selling point of No Man's Sky when it first got revealed, just how big the game was, and that intrigued a lot of us. Leading up to this game's release, Sony started to push this game. They put it on their YouTube channel, their Twitter, Facebook, website. Like, everybody was talking about No Man's Sky. The marketing was there, you know, and I think Sean Murray had an interview. I think it was someone at GameSpot or something like that. And one of the questions asked was, you know, was the game going to have some kind of multiplayer? And he made it seem like, yeah, like, you'll be able to, like, you would think a game that is that big and has that much exploration, you would think that people that would get this game would want to explore these different planets with their friends. And that was really never made clear. Like, he kind of danced around the question and made it seem like, yeah, sure, if you want to, like, yeah, if you want to do this with, you know, with your friends, yeah, cool, you can do that. So fast forward, okay, and now No Man's Sky is out now. Now people can play it for themselves and see what the game is about. People are buying the game on PS4, PC, whatever. The first week No Man's Sky came out, if you didn't have the game, you was watching someone play the game. It was like one of the top viewed games on Twitch for like that first day or two. But after that, things started to go bad. But I think the first week, Like, it had over 200,000 players playing it, you know, on a daily basis on Steam. 1 week later, that number drops to less than 23,000 players. So you go from 200,000+ to less than 23,000 players playing that game. People, as fast as people bought that game, people lost interest just like that. Suckers was asking for refunds like, oh no, I want my money back. I want my money back now. You know, and people were actually getting refunds for this game. The gameplay, I think, is where No Man's Sky went wrong. And I said before the game came out, I thought this game was going to be too big for its own good. And some dude left a comment saying, you know nothing, black people. I was like, bro. But I still truly believe No Man's Sky was a game that was too big for its own good. I think the vision they had for the game was too big, and because of that, the gameplay aspect took a hit. And I really think that's like where this game went wrong and why people lost interest in this game that quick. Like, there weren't enough, as much planets as you had in the game, there weren't enough of unique things to do in the game gameplay wise on all these different planets. Like, you're not going to have people just playing your game, just exploring these different planets. That's not what's going to keep people coming back. You need something gameplay wise, and it wasn't there. So, No Man's Sky, as far as last year, it seemed like that jump was the biggest finesse. So I was just sitting back in my chair, sipping some good old tea, just looking at these suckers complain about it. But people still, I'm not trying to act like that, like no one plays the game no more. I'm sure that there's still some people out there that do enjoy this game. And if that's the case, that's cool. But the amount of attention that this game had before it came out, when it finally came out, it lost people just like that. Suckers was asking for refunds, you know. And I'm pretty sure, like, whatever the next game that, that company decides to do, I'm sure No Man's Sky is always going to be that asterisk, you know, that is on their, paper. So when you think about, you know, Hello Games, you're always going to think No Man's Sky. So it's unfortunate the way it went, but definitely that's probably one of, the top finesses last year. So that's why it's #1 for me. So that was my top 5 biggest game finesses of this generation thus far. Again, I'm sure there's a lot more out there, and I'm sure we have more coming in the future. So I might revisit this topic, but as of right now, those are the ones that I have on my list. What are your top 5 biggest moments of game finessing this generation thus far that, you know, you might have been involved in or you just seen take place, but you never bought the game? Leave all that down and more in the comments section below, my brothers and sisters. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, I greatly appreciate it if you rate the video, my brothers and sisters. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up. It could be a thumbs down. But what I do ask every brother and every sweet, sweet sister is to just rate the video, my brothers and sisters. Again, let's not act like we ain't gonna see no more finessing in the future. I'm sure we got some right around the corner, fam. So be careful.